Hi, it's just a quick video for you. Someone contacted me this week with regards to something that they struggle with anxiety. And that is when they're feeling really anxious or they feel like they're, I don't know, feeling very nervous or upset, then they will reach out and eat food. And it's emotional eating. Now, at the moment, I don't specialize in weight loss, but I have treated people in the past for it. There is one very effective way of dealing with those sudden urges, those emotional urges to reach out for food. So if your anxiety is particularly bad, and sometimes, I've been there in the past where you just feel like, oh God, and you feel that you need some reassurance or some comfort. And quite often that may come from food. Sometimes it's from alcohol. And I guess you could use this same trick. It is very effective, very powerful. And so you could be sitting there and you're feeling anxious, you're feeling like you need some support, you feel like you're maybe alone and you want something, and you reach out for your favorite mood food, as I would call it. And a mood food might be something like, I don't know, crackers and biscuits, or bags of crisps, or maybe a chocolate bar, or any of those things that, we all know we shouldn't eat too much of. Of course we can eat them, we just shouldn't eat them all the time or every night because we're feeling anxious. So here's a trick for you, and it's really powerful. Now, something that's not commonly known is when you get a craving for food. So let's say you're feeling really anxious, you're feeling quite upset, you're feeling maybe a bit emotional, and you suddenly think to yourself, I want to eat some chocolate, or I want to eat some crisps. What happens is you don't actually think first, I want some, or I fancy some. The actual craving begins in here, in your eye. And it sounds ridiculous, but it's a fact. Our brain works in pictures, and people don't maybe realize this. To give you an example of how your brain works in pictures, you might think, my brain doesn't work in pictures. Let me prove it to you. So let's think about the first car you ever owned. What color was it? Color of your first car. Quick. Okay, now, did you think of the color? Or I will put money on the fact you saw the car in your brain first, then you saw the colour, then you said the colour. I highly doubt you just said yellow without visualising a picture in your mind of the car first. And this is the key. Your brain works in pictures, okay? So there we go. Now you're probably chuckling to yourself thinking, how the hell did he do that? Okay, it's just one of those funny things, but your brain does work in pictures. So what happens when you get a craving? The image actually appears. It actually is created by the brain and the subconscious in the visual cortex of the eye. So you actually, when you crave something, you'll find, if you think about it, you can see it. You're not looking at it. It's not there in front. You're not looking at your hands thinking, there are my hands. And yet you have this image in your brain of a bar of chocolate, or of some crisps, or of a big sticky donut. And what happens is it gets locked into the visual cortex. And until you get that out of there, you have to fulfill it. It's like a loop or a conditioned response, where until you actually physically go and get that donut or get that chocolate and stick it in your mouth, you can't get rid of it. So here's a trick to get rid of that in your visual cortex. The best way is to replace the image in your visual cortex of the donut or the chocolate with something that's far better, far more meaningful, and means so much more to you. Because let's face it, a chocolate bar is nice, but a picture of your son or your daughter means far more than any bar of chocolate or any bag of crisps. So here's the trick. When you get that feeling, if you're feeling nervous or anxious or upset, and you get a sudden urge to eat something as a comfort, immediately take out a picture of something that means more to you. Your wife, your husband, your pet cat, your dog. It doesn't matter what it is, but something that honestly means way more to you than some shitty bar of chocolate or some shitty fucking donut. Pardon my French, I'm off again. But it really works. And what you do is you look at that picture, and as you're looking at the picture, tell yourself why it's so much better, why it makes you happy, why you feel comfortable and calm with them. Do that for about 30 seconds. And what you'll find is the craving has gone. Now, to make that even more powerful, when you're looking at the picture and you're telling yourself, oh, they mean so much to me, I love them, it's, pictures like, for me, it'd be my son or my daughter, or my dog Zach, he's quite nice too. And I'd be looking at that picture and telling myself, this is what's important, this is what matters. And what you can do, you might not want to do this when you're sitting on the bus because you might get locked up, but you can tap yourself on the forehead, just between the eyes like this, Tap, 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 tap. Do that for about 30 seconds. And I will guarantee you, at the end of that time, your craving has gone. Now that sounds really strange, but I guarantee you it really, really works. Okay, and once you realise you're feeling like that and the craving's gone, get up and do something. Go for a walk, go and do some dishes, go and wash the car. Just change your state and change your place of mind. Because we quite often associate that emotional urge to eat or that emotional need to eat with where you are at that moment in time. So break the state, get out, go and do something else. Okay, so that's a brilliant little one. I hope you really enjoy doing that. Let me know how you get on. Don't forget, axeanxiety.com. Go on there, claim your free MP3. I'm keeping that running probably till about the end of December, and then I'm going to replace it with something else. So if you haven't got your MP3 for free, get on there and get it now, because you're going to run out of time. Okay, but there'll be something good in its place, but just remember you can get that MP3. Okay, hopefully you enjoy that. Let me know how you get on. Don't forget, follow me on the Facebook page. Loads more free advice. Is probably where you're watching this, actually. But any questions, get in touch. And again, to followers in America, a huge welcome. Take this one away. I don't think anyone else in America will have told you this little trick, so let it spread like a bushfire. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Okay, I'll speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.